My name is Anna Shedletsky. I'm CEO and one of the founders of Instrumental. I'm going to give you a quick little background on me so you can evaluate whether you can trust what I have to say. So 2 degrees from Stanford in mechanical engineering. I went to Apple as my first job out of school. I was drawn by this idea that they had the secret to building perfect products. They certainly have that kind of external perspective that, oh yeah, their yields must be 100% because they make 1 million phones a day. There's no way they even have a 1% fallout on a line that's making 1 million phones a day. Day 2 at Apple, we do not ship at 100% yields. Perfection, that bubble was burst immediately. But it's something that's been part of my career is the pursuit of perfection in manufacturing. I saw the waste firsthand at Apple, maybe even $1 billion of waste to ramp a singular iPhone, maybe. So manufacturing, half of gross world product. 20 to 40%, according to Bain, is wasted. But Anna, manufacturing is not one of the big bars on the energy curve. Yeah, but what are we using all of that energy and mining and transportation for? Manufacturing is half of gross world product, and 20 to 40% is wasted. So how can we get efficiency gains downstream? What if we wasted less downstream? Then we could potentially have less energy, less mined materials for the same output. Guess what? That'd be cheaper too. So what's good for business is actually what's good for climate and energy in this case, and that's a very exciting place to be in business. And so particularly, I think why I'm here was to talk about some of the opportunities for AI in manufacturing. My background is in electronics manufacturing, so I have that particular lean and bias, and so I'm thinking about it in that sense. There's kind of 3 core areas that I think are particularly interesting where AI can have an impact in cutting that 20 to 40% of waste in the manufacturing process. Let's talk about design. So yes, I led product design for the first generation Apple Watch. Design relies, actually all of these things rely essentially on heroism and luck. So there's lots of opportunities for efficiency when you're relying on heroism and luck. And so from a design perspective, the difference between a great PCB layout person and a less great PCB layout person can be massive. Logitech believes that optimizing the size of their PCB layouts, their printed circuit boards, is one of the ways to absolutely cut carbon emissions in their products. They actually put carbon numbers on their boxes, and so they had a huge focus on how do we make our PCBs smaller, because literally every square millimeter of making it smaller is a huge impact to their carbon footprint. It's one of the largest areas they have, so they were optimizing that. So you could just imagine a little here, a little there, in terms of like an engineer who's laying that out could make a huge impact. I remember even designing little pull tabs on PET parts for pulling on release liners for adhesives that are going to get thrown away, and thinking about I actually did the math for, the number of pull tabs I'm designing is going to take up this much physical space in a landfill somewhere. I better make it out of a highly recyclable, expensive material, so there's a motivation for them to try to recycle these parts, right? There's these different optimizations we're relying on engineers to do. But AI can do that problem. AI can lay out things on a printed circuit board much more efficiently than at least a not so great PCB designer. Maybe there's some that would still be better than the AI, but there's a variety of problems like that are actually mathematical problems that computers would be excellent at solving. And I think the future is that those problems will be solved by AIs and frankly just algorithms and heuristics for all sorts of optimizations to use less materials in the design phase. Okay, let's talk about assembly. I'm seeing my time here. So in the assembly process, there's tons of waste. There's tons of scrap and rework. Most of the admired consumer electronics brands you buy, they're starting ramp at 80% yields. That means 20% of everything that they put in the line is going to get scrapped. That's a lot of scrap. push that all upstream. That's a lot of waste upstream. Instrumentals, technology company actually working on that problem, applying AI to proactively identify and design those things out or process control them out so you don't have that kind of scrap and you can increase yields. The last one would be field telemetry. There's a lot of devices that we carry that can identify things about them that might lead to them failing and then causing reverse logistics, which is another part of our transportation waste stream. And so can we be more predictive about which devices are going to fail using telemetry of in-field units to actually solve these problems? So in summary, I think the combination of big data and AI in manufacturing can get rid of the luck and the heroism, and we have a true opportunity to eliminate maybe all of it, but at least a good chunk, half maybe, of the 20 to 40% of inputs that are wasted in manufacturing.
Awesome.